back to another brand new episode of Tech Talk with Aegis. Today's conversation is with Aegis Chief Operations Officer, Mr. Dave Yu. Today, we will be discussing about data security in cloud backup. Before we continue, please allow me to introduce Dave. Dave has been working in the IT industry for more than a decade. Having master's degree in technology management and more than 10 backup software certifications under his portfolio, Dave has earned his Disaster Recovery Certified Expert certification and Business Continuity Certified Expert certification since year 2012. He has been appointed as the COO of Aegis in 2018, bringing Aegis to greater heights ever since. Now, thank you, Dave, for offering us your time today. So, Dave, our very first question to you today will be, what does data security mean?
Okay, data security means protecting your digital data from being used or accessed by an unauthorized user. Okay, so such as to prevent your data being attacked by those unauthorized people, like today very famous cyber attacks. Yeah.
Yeah, like ransomware, is it?
Correct.
Okay. And what are some good data protection techniques, or how do you ensure data protection?
There are a few good data protection techniques such as data encryptions, data backups, access control, security regulations. So I would say that encryption should consider as your primary data protections method. Like examples, if you experience the data breach that affect encrypted data, you not even need to report to the supervisory authority because that the data is good, adequate enough to be protected. The second data protections, which is access control, is the most effective way to reduce the risk. The fewer people that allow to access the data, the lesser the risk is it. The third data protection method are data backup, which is the method of preventing data loss when due to the user or technical malfunctions. Okay. Backup should regularly made and updated. The fourth point is security regulations, which is to implement a set of the control and policy to your organization's information, such as like adopting ISMS.
So now you mentioned about ISMS. What does ISMS stand for?
ISMS stands for Information Security Management Systems, which is everyone's known as ISO 27001.
Is this certification only applicable to data centers, or factories also has this ISO certification, or is it only specifically for backup and disaster recovery service providers?
I would say no, as long as it's related to any informations. So informations we are talking about like intellectual properties, private data like your customer data, how you implement a set of the control and policy to control the data breach of this kind of informations.
Okay, all right. So now that's about ISMS. Now, the next question is, why is data security so important to organizations?
Organization consists of big and small business. Any business may suffer from cyber attack, not only big companies. Small companies are also targeted by cyber attacks. As a matter of fact, growing small companies suffer the most from cyber attack since they don't have enough resource to resolve all the problem afterward.
Yeah, that's true, because based on our previous experience, small, not to say small, like medium-sized companies, some of them do not have IT personnel or IT departments to take care of this kind of security issues. So that's why they might be prone to be attacked if no proper security is in place.
Yes, right. Data security is very important to your organizations because your company asset is including your data. If all this information is leaked out and fall into the enemy's hands, then business will suffer great loss and threats. Data security is also important to protect your company's reputations. Any data breach and data leaks are a threat to the business. Okay, so when they have a security breach, means your company has weak data security. It puts all your clients at risk and may compromise your company futures.
Yes, you're right. Reputation takes years to gain and it can be destroyed in a few seconds if you neglect the importance to data security. Am I right?
Yes, you're right.
So Dave, we have talked about why data security is so important to organizations. Now, the next question will be, what are the main elements of data security?
The core elements of data security are confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Also known as a CIA threat, this is a security model and guide for an organization to keep their sensitive data protected from unauthorized access. So
this CIA trait, it is one of the main criteria needed to apply for the ISO 27001 ISMS certification. Is that right?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, so Dave, back to Aegis Cloud service offering. The Cloud Disaster Recovery CDR service and also Cloud Production Environment CPE service, are they both have achieved the ISO 27001 ISMS certification?
Yes, Aegis CDR gets certified on 2019, while Aegis CP is certified on 2020. So basically, we are the first cloud disaster recovery service provider that gets certified in Malaysia for ISMS.
Oh, so that means that Aegis Cloud is the first cloud disaster recovery service provider to be certified in ISO 27001 ISMS on all its backup processes and also disaster recovery service processes. Am I right?
Yep, you're right.
All right, then can you explain a little bit about the application of ISO 27001 ISMS in Aegis CDR and CPE offering?
Aegis has complied to more than 100 control of SOA in ISO 27001. So what is a SOA? So SOA stands for Statement of Applicability. SOA form the fundamental of ISMS. The SOA is one of the most important documents you need to develop in your ISO 27001. The SOA states what ISO 27001 control and policies are being applied by the organizations. In Aegis CDR and CPE services, each of our processes are accommodating and complying to the SOA control and policies. All our engineers are being trained and practiced with the control of ISO 27001.
So, which means that every single step and process that the engineers or even the project management team apply to the customer will all be governed by this SOA.
Yes.
And speaking of data protection, does Aegis frequently receive customers who encountered ransomware attack?
Yes, we do. Quite often also. The peak was during 2019, okay, whereby ransomware hit global hard and fast.
Yeah,
okay.
I remember.
Our Aegis team was practically doing the restoration of data for customers once they declare disaster. And I must say those customers are lucky to have subscribed to a data protection plan with Aegis before being hit by ransomware, as they are able to recover back the data that has not been affected by the ransomware.
So in summary, I must say that before you are being hit by ransomware, and before you even asked to perform recovery of your data after you're being hit, you need to have a backup plan first to take place. Then if anything happens, then only your service providers like Aegis Cloud will be able to help you to restore the data.
Yes, just like I mentioned before, Backup is one of the data protections techniques, okay? So I would say that backup is a must for every organization to have before it's being hit by a ransomware.
Okay, and I understand that Aegis offers complimentary unlimited cloud disaster recovery resources. Can you please elaborate what are the resources that are free?
The unlimited free resources consist of virtual machines, CPU, RAMs, DR security like a firewall, and also we also have unlimited DR drill that will be performed by our dedicated DR drill teams.
So when you say dedicated DR drill team means the DR personnel will be assisting customers who wants to perform disaster recovery drill from start till the end. Am I right?
Yes, you are right. So basically, we have a dedicated DR drill personals to work together to assist the customers to perform the DR drills from end to end.
And that will ensure the successability of the DR drills.
Correct.
Okay, that's a good value-added service.
Yep.
Okay, and our final question for the day is, does Aegis provide complimentary consultation to customers who are interested to know about your service offering?
Yes, we do provide a complimentary consultations. Okay, so just do drop us a call. Okay, we will present the entire solutions to you and will address all your problem that you have.
And be rest assured that with the more than a decade of experience in the cloud backup and disaster recovery service, our team of expertise will be able to guide you and offer you very valuable suggestions and advice on how to implement a backup and disaster recovery strategy. With that said, we have reached the end of our session today. I hope you have another in-depth session of knowing what data security consists of. And Dave, thank you so much for your time again today. Viewers out there, please do remember to follow us on our social handles such as Aegis Facebook page, LinkedIn, and also not forgetting YouTube. So if you do have any questions or you would like us to cover any other topics in the future, do drop us a WhatsApp or even email to us so that we can work on your suggestions. Thank you.
Thank
See
you.
you. Bye.